You have heard this story before. Vampires, blood feuds, political turmoil, none of it new. I know. I have lived too long to believe anything can be. But it is in my nature to believe that it could. To whomever finds these tapes, take its chronicled events as a warning. Stay away from Salem City and the people therein. These are the only copies of an ongoing situation, and I do not know where they lead. But I am doomed to find out. And should you remain, so too are you. Salem, Delaware is a city on the brink. In 1681, it was founded by defectors from Trent Town and established Salem Township, named from the Hebrew word for peace. It would grow and thrive, becoming a bustling metropolis. In the early days, the anarch free states descended upon Salem. It started as kindred seeking shelter, but became something greater. With so many kindred flocking to the city, tensions rose over its leadership. Anarch or Camarilla? The neighborhoods were divided and subdivided into 19 districts and 5 baronies, each with their own elected official, creating a Senate of Vampires, the Twilight Assembly, a process that would later be used as the blueprint for American democracy. Felix. At the beginning of each night, you risk further hunger, reminding you of your borrowed time. So at this time, please make a hunger check for the evening.
Success.
And the beast remains at bay, soundless. All the same, while Salem is a rather dreary city, it sits in the middle of a river. The elements are often amplified by the humidity, but not tonight. Tonight it is clear. The moon is nearly full. Only a few days ago. Please describe yourself for us.
Felix is a well-dressed gentleman, clad in all black, mostly seen in any evening wearing suits of some kind, or keeping it casual and just removing the jacket. Glasses on his face, a little darker than they should be for this time of night, but all's well. Very quaint sort of countenance all the time. Very, very pleasant, but not really interested in anything going around other than what he's looking at.
How are you getting around tonight?
I'm going to be chauffeured by one of my vehicles in waiting, as I, in my times running a luthier shop, have accumulated enough wealth to secure myself a nice, comfortable afterlife, I guess, as one might call it. And being chauffeured around, trying to make my appointments as I can, but not being distracted by my own driving, as being La Sombra has its own difficulties with electronics.
Modern cars are very difficult for one with your disability. It is true. You arrive at a location. Your driver knows you well enough to know your habits and to not ask very many questions. He parks at a reasonable location, far enough away not to be noticed and close enough to not be an inconvenience to you. You are, I believe, meeting a woman tonight, are you not?
I'm set to meet Lena Ross of District 6 in the alcove by the crossing. Felix is not a man of major paranoia or concern when it comes to being armed or extremely dangerous, but just for fun, always a umbrella because it is can be quite rainy up here. Very London chic, I suppose.
You exit the vehicle, your driver once again not paying you any mind, as you become accustomed. You take a few turns a little bit into the park and down this kind of secluded, out of the way set of stairs. You get a good look at the river and New Jersey on the other side. It is a nice night out, as nice as New Jersey can be. And you keep walking and you see this woman in a trench coat, huddled, with her arms crossed, seeming a little colder than you this night. She has a bowler hat on. She looks pretty well put together, but not something like a noble woman might. She is looking over this newspaper, and she's rather engrossed in it. You sense you get a surprise on her if you were to approach.
In effort to be more friendly, no cap, but sort of a doff of the glasses, sort of to acknowledge, and just a simple bon nuit.
Oh, Felix! You see her. You see her kind of just put the newspaper down by her sides. She reaches her hand out to shake your hand. It is. Thank you for. Thank you for meeting me out here tonight. It was rather last minute. Have you heard about this? She's pointing over to the newspaper, and you see a mysterious figure, unidentified. The Salem Wraith claims a new victim.
Did you say she was seated at a bench or just standing by herself?
She was standing. There's a bench nearby.
I'll just sort of gesture over that we can both sit, and but not looking at it once, just kind of staring off. I don't think I've ever heard of that.
I swear this is at least the second time I've heard about him this month. Maybe he's just or she. Could be she. Maybe they're just rather shy. No deaths, I don't think. Do you know? Well, anyway. Stories of the mortal realm aside. We had an assembly meeting a few nights ago, when it was full moon, and I'm sorry that you weren't able to make that one. This is rather short notice. They don't usually call us in last minute for this sort of thing. I'm glad you're able to make it.
Well, I'm grateful for the invitation. I don't very frequent these kind of events, so I'm glad to sort of get my foot in the door more than usual.
As someone under the tutelage of someone like Hector, I'm sure you are very capable, but just so that we're on the same page, I do trust your judgment, but to be on your best behavior would be nice for me. Not a lot of people bring guests.
Cross my heart. Hope to die again.
You hear behind you the moving of a metal grate. And Leanna just looks behind. Oh, that's our cue. You see it's a sewer grate that just open by an unseen force.
I will gesture in a polite manner for her to take any lead, but I will also just be sort of looking over my shoulder for any non-kindred who may be around, just to check.
Make a wits and awareness.
Good thing I'm a witty lad. 2 successes.
2 successes. Any random mortal in the night would certainly have made their presence known. You feel rather comfortable that no one has seen you here.
Okay. Well, I take the grate sliding open as sort of an invitation for us. So I will go over. I might peer down just to check it's safe, but then allow the lady to go first.
Oh, so thank you. She scooches the grate just a little bit wider so she doesn't have any risk of touching it. It takes a little bit of effort on her part with the heels that she's wearing.
Allow me, and I'll help sort of scoot.
She's very appreciative, and she begins the climb down with these leather gloves.
And then I suppose I will follow, and then upon my last, couple grabs onto the rung of the ladder going down, I'll just try to pull it back across.
It slides closed securely. Eleanor, you have been to the assembly hall before. Not on a summons, but in the off hours, certainly. If you would describe yourself for us, please.
I am let's say, around average height. Long blonde, wavy blonde hair in a sort of witchy gothic style. And there's one red eye and one blue eye.
If you could make a hunger roll for me.
Okay. Ooh, fail.
You feel the sternness of the yardstick against your back. Embarrassing. You're going into a place with the most powerful kindred in Salem. Posture. Straighten up. Fool. The long tunnel has no illumination. You hear the uncomfortable sounds of the river from behind concrete walls. A dripping sound in the distance that is, hopefully, unrelated. You enter in on the chamber, and itself is a glorious piece of architecture from beneath mortal eyes. Large, tall ceilings uphold a circular stage, illuminated by moonlight and candles once, but now less theatrical mortal implements. Some of the representatives are already finding their seats that look upon the stage. What do you do?
I think I'm going to sort of keep to myself, find a little corner, and try not to draw attention.
The person who invited you it wasn't a person, it was the assembly. So it is a little unclear to whom you should be thanking your invitation for. You find a spot. The space itself is much, much larger than, 23? Than the number of representatives and barons combined. There is a lot of space. You do see a woman with a bowl cut and a headband, and she approaches you with a vague smile. Ms. Rain, thank you for joining us this evening. And she gives you a little bow.
Thank you for having me.
We have not officially met. My name is Iris Moon, representative of District 3.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
You as well. I was a part of the reason for which you are here. And I am sworn to secrecy, unfortunately, but before things get complicated, you are welcome here, is all. And without further pressing, she will give you one last little bow and take her leave. Finally, Donovan, the night air feels good against your skin. The rush of the wind, the roar of the engine home. Sir Baron Wimbledon has assigned you the task of safeguarding a political prisoner. Do you have anywhere that you'd like to go first?
No. Unless, I'm making a drop for somebody else, I'll that up, but Sir Baron calls, I answer, so I'm probably headed there immediately.
A wise answer, I think. Very well. If you would describe yourself for us?
Yeah, so we got two fancy pants McGee's up here, and then you got Donovan, reppin' Clan Ravnos over here. He's got his leather jacket, very hunk looking. He's got his leather gloves, studded leather belt, dark jeans, steel toe boots, kind of this like short, spiky, purple mohawk kind of going on with like, think frosted tips, but black instead of blonde. And yeah, he is a perfect night for riding his motorcycle out and around town. And he is on his way to do well, as I said, Sir Baron calls, he answers, so.
If you could make a hunger roll.
Can do. Success!
The beast at bay, your job clear. Lily. Last night was a blur. Or was it 2 nights? You slept twice, if you can call it that. You still see the party as a slideshow. So many bodies, so much blood. You call out to the guards, but none appear. The only sustenance they threw between the bars appeared to be a bag of blood. And you're not sure what to do with it. Please describe yourself.
Lily is a fairly petite young woman. Looks to be in her very early 20s, just out of her teens. Shoulder length, dark brown hair, green eyes. Looks like she would have been dressed for a party. Nice dress. She has her gold cross necklace. But now her clothes are ripped. She has blood stains on her, scratches on her body. Her face is just a wreck. Mascara's run down, hair disheveled. Yeah, it looks pretty pathetic right now.
And if you would make a hunger roll for me, please.
What does the skull mean again?
So this, normally, if it were on like an ability check, it'd be a bestial failure. But this is just a hunger roll. It is a failure.
I get hungrier then.
Come on. Bust out of these bars. We'll use them as toothpicks when we pick those guards from between our teeth.
That. And since I am at a certain level of hunger, blood begins to trickle down my forehead, down the backs of my hands. And I'm wearing sandals, so my feet as well, the tops of them, begin to bleed. And this does not help my panic attack that is happening right now.
Let's start. Yeah, just a little push. And then you're mine.
Father, thou to him. Hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
You hear pounding outside one of the walls. Enough in there. Jeez.
I'm just gonna huddle in a corner and softly recite the Lord's Prayer and try to pretend I'm in a different place.
Donnie,
What's up?
hey, are you here to relieve us?
Yep. Sir Baron gave me a call, said I'm supposed to look after a prisoner of some sort.
Oh yeah, she's just down there. She's down to be for the assembly or something. I don't know. She keeps whining. Just shut her up or something. I don't know. I'm out of here.
Okay, hold.
What?
Been fed recently? Like,
we
do I
threw
need to
a-
worry about fending off?
I think Josh threw a bag in there. I don't know if it's still there.
Okay.
Anyway, later.
I'm once they're gone, I'm gonna like go into the room. I would like to see my charge.
Your entrance is very well hidden behind ivy and many natural barriers. You go down and it's these many stairs with these different winding turns. You get to the bottom, absolute darkness. Not a bit of light has reached to this surface in maybe hundreds of years.
Fun.
You see a straight hallway with different sets of cells and bars. None of them filled, but you do hear one occupant muttering to herself.
Occasional sob.
Knock knock. Anybody down here?
Ew!
Whoa, hey, whoa, hold on. I'll walk over. Be like, whoa.
Yeah,
hey.
I'm like fetal position in the corner of the room away from
With
the door.
like fucking blood track up.
Yeah, no, there's blood coming actively, like it's not stopping down my forehead
Whoa,
and shit.
What happened to you? Who the did they like rough you up or something? What the fuck happened?
No, they don't. I don't know. I don't know why I'm here. They won't say anything. They keep telling me to shut up. God, did I died?
Oh.
The blood bag has not been touched, by the way. It's probably just sitting there in the middle of the floor.
Okay.
Please,
Okay.
please.
Okay. Holy shit. Okay. Where do I start with this? You are gonna learn a lot of stuff tonight. None of it is gonna be fun to hear. I was in your shoes 5-ish years ago. By the way, Donovan looks like pretty close to your age. So so he's this just like young punk looking kids coming up to the bars and so I have a pretty good idea of what you're thinking. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you. All I was told is that I'm supposed to be, I'm playing bodyguard tonight. Okay? I'm in charge of making sure you don't do anything stupid and that you also survive tonight. Alright? My name's Donovan. Let's start with names, yeah? I'm Donovan. What's yours?
Lily?
Lily. Alright. Nice to meet you. And he's gonna kind of like sit down on the floor like just crisscross. And he's just gonna like sit down, like with her. Yeah, I am not good with this kind of thing.
Are we
Are we what?
in hell?
No, no. I joke Salem's a lot like hell, but no, not really. Like I said, I don't know what I'm allowed to tell you. But let's just say something has happened and you are kind of a new person now. Like I said, you're gonna probably learn a lot tonight, and almost none of it is gonna be fun to hear. First thing I would suggest, is cracking open that little juice box right there in the middle of the floor.
What is that? It looks like blood. Like, what?
It's going to be the only thing you can...
Like, what? They're just gonna feed that with me as long as I'm in here? What is it?
No,
is it, like, laced with
meaning-
drugs or something? I mean...
No. Meaning regular food and drinks won't sit well with you anymore. Your stomach's not gonna like it. And that's
What?
if you even get it down in the first place.
What are you talking about? What did they do to me?
I don't know. I can't say for sure. I wasn't there. But I know we just met. Trust me when I say you're gonna want that. It's better than going hungry. It's a lot better and a lot less scary than going hungry.
Can we make is there like a way we can make a roll to see if he can convince me to drink it? Because she's
If
on the
you
fence right now.
want- On a scale of 1 to 5, how difficult would it be for him to convince you?
Probably normally, like, if this had been a few minutes earlier, probably a lot harder, but now that I'm at hunger 4, my body is it's probably a little bit easier. And the fact that he's my age and has been the first person to actually talk to me like probably a human in the last X amount of hours, days, blur, probably not as difficult, but still there's definitely I don't know, I'm on the verge.
Probably like a 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd probably say
give it
3.
A 3. So, Donovan, charisma, persuasion.
You could not have given me a better roll. Thank you. Actually, no, that's not true. You could. You definitely could have given me, but like this is great. I will take it.
Don't look the gift horse in the mouth.
Exactly. Damn it. 2.
Remember, you do have access to willpower to reroll dice. Up to 3.
I'm gonna burn 1. Because I'm only down. Because I only need 1.
You're very sweet. Sorry, I'm being difficult.
3.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I kind of
Like one leg got stuck, and I was like, oh, don't tell me it's cocked, and then it rolled over.
I look at you directly in the eyes, and you just see a terrified kid, but also there's that she's really hoping I'm putting some trust in you as she...
Pretend it's some bullshit knockoff Kool-Aid. That's kind of what got me through.
I try to find the opening to figure out how to open it. And as soon as I do, and as soon as it gets to my mouth, I go to like drink a Capri Sun, but then it turns into a fucking like ravenous, like my body's
Yup.
like.
Yep.
The bag is not
Yep.
large. You are able to satiate one hunger with the bag.
As I finish that up, you see I slowly stop bleeding from those places.
It tastes like something that was once delicious. Old honey. Something near its expiration, but it's the most delicious thing you've had in a few days.
She just goes back against the wall and just...
Feel
Tries
like
to-
at least a little better. Okay. And like, is there like a visual that like she's like I can see that she has like stopped bleeding now?
I
She
probably-
was already covered in blood.
I
But
probably
you don't see-
wipe, and
Yeah,
it doesn't
she
come
probably-
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is, you can tell that her active bleeding is no more.
That's a new one for me. You know what? A lot of things are new for me. I'm still fairly new into this game. Yeah, okay. So oh shit. I'm gonna be totally honest, I don't know what's gonna happen tonight. I'm assuming there's gonna be some big fancy speeches made by some of the barons. You'll learn what that means later. And I assume at some point they're gonna have me bring you out there. I don't know for what. But yeah, so my job is, like I said, to just make sure you get through the night. And also don't do anything dumb.
Be quiet.
Like, attack anybody, or go into a hunger frenzy, or, you know, stuff like that.
What do you deal with?
Hopefully that is a question that is going to be answered for you tonight. Look, there's a lot of rules about what people like me, people like us, can and can't do. A lot of them make sense. Some of them feel like overkill, but for the most part, it's to keep us safe and to keep regular, normal people safe.
What are you talking? Us, people, normal people. What are you talking about?
I know. This sucks and it's confusing. And trust me, I know this is frustrating. But again, I don't know how much I'm allowed to tell you right now in this instant. I tell you what. Well, I assume they're gonna put you somewhere. They're not gonna make you sleep here once whatever this is done. After this meeting, whatever. If you have any questions, I will happily answer what I can. That's the
Promise?
best I can give you.
You promise?
Yeah.
In the hall, Felix, Eleanor. Up on the stage, a middle-aged man takes center. A few papers in hand, he waits for everyone to be to allow him time, for everyone to be quiet. Lena, having sit next to you, Felix, does lean over to you and just mentions, "That's the Keeper of Assembly, Polonius. He introduces talking points for discussion, brings up news to the rest of us. He's mostly impartial." As Polonius comes up, you hear a few vague boo from the crowd. He's not very popular. Friends, countrymen, please. You look stupid, dude. Order! The sound of sharp heels silences the hecklers. A well-kept woman in glasses takes her place amongst her barony in an elevated spot. In other parts of the room, so too appear a bald, sallow man with wicked bat ears and a cane, and a serious-looking female in a red leather jacket, each of them in a respective baron's position. Polonius bows. "Barons, welcome! Will the others be joining us?" The sallow man hunches over his cane. "We're all you got tonight, Keeper. Better make it a good one." He takes us. "Friends, countrymen, I apologize for the sudden meeting. The assembly felt it necessary to make their constituents aware of the great tragedy that occurred 2 nights ago. 233 lives were reportedly lost at Rudenza Park." Another man stands up. "You called us here to announce the deaths of a few humans." "That's not entirely accurate, Mr. Blackwood. 233 lives began as mortal, but 84 did not end that way." Silence over the crowd. A mass embrace. 5 of the greatest bloodlines, the ones here in representation today, but varying in their origin. Representative Moon was able to contain the situation and sell a story about a mass shooting to the police. Everyone starts to whisper to each other, not all things that you can entirely comprehend. And then another man stands up. "I saw it!" "Can it, Seamus? A week ago I saw it in my vision. The flowers had begun to wilt. Every fallen petal a blade in the heart of Salem. It was so real, so powerful." "Your expertise is appreciated, Representative O'Donnell. So what? The 3 eyes took care of it, didn't she?" "Well, Donovan, Lily, you hear gears turning from all around you. Donovan, you know the situation enough to know that you're exactly where you need to be.
Okay.
The meeting is about to begin.
Oh shit!
Things are about to get a little dicey. You have a couple seconds.
Okay.
What's that? What's happening?
Hey, okay. I need you to stay calm. Alright? I know that's gonna be hard. Deep breaths. Theoretically. I'm gonna be right here. Okay, I'm gonna stay right here.
The platform beneath you carves itself out in a large circle.
Stand up and hang on to one of the bars.
You feel the earth from beneath you lift itself up. You hear as the ancient
I would
mechanism
recommend getting
goes
to your
higher
feet.
and higher.
I grab one of the bars.
I'll circle around so I'm on the same side that she is.
The lights themselves are blinding. Perhaps once old theater lights, it's hard to tell. You are surrounded by strangers, and because of the lights, you can't really make out fine details from the middle. But you hear voices, and the second you make your appearance, you hear gasps, astonishment, outrage from many different people. Who is she? What is that? What is the meaning of this, Egghead? Silence! Representative Moon had the foresight to keep her alive. And you hear another voice in the crowd, Lily. For what? Questioning? That little thing couldn't tell us her name, let alone her sire. Representative, look at her! What's his name? And they all look to you.
She's like frozen. She is like deer in headlights. She probably like, it's like white noise. She didn't quite comprehend what was being said.
And the man, who the rest of you know as Polonius, turns around and goes, would the prisoner please state her name for the assembly?
I look at Donovan.
I nod.
Lillian Harper.
A flower crushed under my boot. She ain't nothing to us. And then you hear this sharp, calm voice from up in the rafters. Leo, as charming as a cicada. Sorry, ma'am, I just taking up space. Best to take up less before you are popped. Proceed, speaker. As it stands, Salem has a number of thaumaturges, but to determine her true origins, we need a blood sorcerer with formal training in the art. The assembly would ask for her assistance at this time.
What would I get in?
You hear the murmurs of rage from the various assembly members. Who is she? Is she a... No, she couldn't be an actual witch. That would explain a lot. What repayment would you be requesting?
A small favor, perhaps?
She wants a favor from the assembly.
Storyteller.
Yes.
I assume I recognize Eleanor's voice.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna need you to make a charisma persuasion roll with a bonus die because I like this.
While she's doing that, I'm gonna kind of like lean down and like whisper to Lily, "Hey, I have a better idea of what's happening. So my friend is a strong word. Associate is going to come down, and she's gonna need just a little tiny itty bitty bit of your blood. And she's gonna run some tests on it, and we're gonna know a little bit more about you and what to do with you, and maybe even get a lead on who did this to you."
She's just staring at you. Am I still in a cage? Or am I?
You are.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm just staring you at this moment, just like I'm just like
I
don't know if I'm comprehending, but at least I'm paying attention to you.
Look, she did the same thing for me, not in this official capacity, but she did the same thing for me. It's gonna be fine. You'll be in good hands with Doc.
Polonius looks up to the various barons. Sir Baron Wimpleton, Baron Corain, Baron Carrillo. They all each give a slight nod. A minor boon on behalf of the assembly.
That will do.
He allows you space to come up on stage.
God, so much for that goal. I'll go on stage.
You step into the blinding light, and eyes are staring daggers through you. Would the sorceress please state her name and clan for the assembly?
I am Eleanor Rain, and I am of Clan Tremere.
More outrage pouring from every side of you. A sophisticated man stands up. You'd have us trust our future to a Tremere brat? Another very fashionable woman stands up next to him and kind of and puts her hands together, unsure. Very, very, for lack of a better word, demure.
Very mindful.
Representative Roth is right. I say we kill her now and simply be done with it. That would be safer, yes?
Whoa.
Donovan hears a start sniffle, and I'm now crying. There's some blood that's starting to come down.
In horror, you realize that your
Fuck.
tears are made of blood.
Yeah. That doesn't help with the...
Besides, how do I even know she's capable of supplying such information? Or trust what she says at all? I move to establish a group of impartial thaumaturges and aggregate their findings until we get the truth.
Hey,
Not
look,
playing
I
around
can
with
vouch.
strangers.
Hey, I can vouch for her talent. Now, I may be some nobody Ravnos here, but I only know I'm a Ravnos because of her.
Wave at Donovan.
Literally, as you come up, I just do like the head nod, like, sup.
I'm staring in awe at her crying blood now, and just like
I look
gritting.
like fucking Carrie right now, because I'm...
Yeah,
I look like fucking Carrie.
Fucking Carrie White up in this bitch.
Yeah. I think that's what motivated Eleanor to be like, oh, fuck, fine, I'll help.
Fine.
Like in a moment being torn between, well, I told Lena I'd behave myself, but this is getting like out of hand.
Fucking with our coterie now, man. Come on.
I'm going to use Shadowcast, which is a rouse check to make the shadows around me grow bigger and more ominous, so I could steal the floor from any voices that are coming around. Just create this sort of pit of shadow and make my sort of self bigger and scarier. I mean, not that it's gonna fool any of them in terms of like, oh no, it's a monster, but like in terms of just garnering
Eyes
their
on me.
attention. Yeah. And,
Hey, look at me.
and then in that moment, just sort of shout out to the assembly. I call to cease this line of questioning until our friend can determine who she may have been sired by. And I furthermore, and I look up to the barons, I would furthermore risk my standing with this group to offer myself as protector, that she may be my ward until this matter is finished.
That was cool as hell. Make your rouse check. And then I want you to make a what am I gonna make you do? Either charisma or composure is up to you. And persuasion.
Say that roll again. Rouse check was good. What was the...
Either charisma or composure, up to you. And whatever you decide, also add your persuasion.
Alright. Just the big people.
I kind of like try and look over at Sir Baron and kind of like try and look slightly apologetic. Like, I think even I know I kind of maybe stepped a toe out of line here. So I'm just gonna try and catch his eye and be like, sorry, but...
You look at your Baron, and he is all smiles, thumbs up.
Never fucking mind, I ain't sorry for a damn thing!
Successes. You feel the eyes of judgment upon you as well. The shadows sink into you, drawn from the light. Not one person could look anywhere else. Lily, you'd think you've seen a demon.
Yeah, I think I'm looking at the fucking devil right now.
I will immediately drop any sort of sense of extra spooky once I know eyes are on me during that whole encounter, and then...
If Felix looks my way, he would notice I'm staring right at you, and I grasp my necklace, which is a cross, and just am holding it right now. I'm clutching my pearls right now.
I was about to say, she clutches her pearls.
Clutching them pearls.
Feel Lena at your side cover her face and sink into the chair.
Were we not all once young children of Cain, unknown to our true purpose? Let me take responsibility, and I will take responsibility if she misbehaves. I will allow that to be upon me. But let us not throw away something that could be a boon to our own selves so lightly.
Polonius steps up. If the two... looking around at the assembly and noticing that no one's talking, if the two gentlemen could step up and present their name and clan for the assembly.
Since I'm already up there.
Going through several... Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Since I'm already up there. Just this big ol'... Donovan, Rizzo, Clan, Ravnos.
Felix
I also...
La Sombra.
I also second Felix's motion. I've already been charged with being her, let's call it bodyguard for the night. I am willing to let that job extend.
Even better, 4 eyes now on her rather than just mine.
Iris Moon pipes up. So short-sighted, Adrian. Ask 100 hedge witches 1 question, you'll get 100 answers. If O'Donnell's visions and what these people say are true, can we risk our future on amateurs complying with your paranoia? The high fashion woman. Well, if these trusted sources could speak on her skill, then I suppose we could support it a little more confidently. She puts her hand on the man's arm, and they both just kind of sink back into their chairs. And you hear the woman who spoke earlier in the Baron's seat, the sharp one. Devereaux. Hector's foster.
Just sort of nod and sort of bow in respect.
I would have guessed. Let it proceed, Keeper. Please, Miss Rain, what does your ritual require?
I gotta look it up.
Yeah. Hold on.
Nope, I got that shit bookmarked.
This is the
Come on,
arcane
it's the
abacus.
new-
What is the Salem
buddy,
version
something
of?
new.
The K-Night Dictionary.
The K-Night Dictionary.
Well, you
Blood
need
rituals
regular
for dummies.
granulated sugar and brown sugar.
Wait, no, this one's sugar-free.
Oh god, it's
This one's
vegan.
easy.
Fuck.
Yes.
What'd you say,
Yes,
Eleanor?
actually.
Said this one.
Or did she say anything?
I thought she said this one's easy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep. I merely require some blood from her.
Emotions, by all means.
I'm gonna slowly approach the cage.
I instinctively slink back.
I'm
Be
gonna
like,
I'm gonna nod my head
I'm-
towards Eleanor, like looking at Lily, like, go on. She's fine.
What are you gonna
hello,
do?
Lily. I know we just met. And this is a very strange request from a stranger. But I am going to require to take some of your blood. In doing so, I might answer some of your questions, as I'm sure you're very confused.
something.
Discord.
I was gonna say, oh no.
Very
Please
confused.
repeat
Sorry,
that
my
last
Discord had a
Dramatic
stroke.
Pause.
Okay,
Yeah.
Dramatic pause.
And I just look to Donovan. See that nod.
It might pinch a little, but it won't hurt that bad.
Give my necklace a squeeze and I walk up to her.
Oh yeah. I also let's see. There's something else. It was a
Didn't you need like a cistern or a bowl?
yes.
Well, you don't just
That's
like
a
have that
pint.
on you.
We forgot the medium saucepan and marshmallows to make the Krispies.
It's a silver
God
cup.
damn it!
A silver cup. If you want to, you make your needs known to the assembly, and Polonius has an aide go and get a silver chalice.
Unfortunately, Lily, this is one Rouse check's worth of blood.
Oh no.
Do you
Oh,
like
no.
do you like reach for how are you going to take my blood?
So
Because Lily's just
Eleanor
standing
will
there like
extend her hand into the cage.
she shakily hands her arm out to you. Blood stained
Oh.
and shaking.
Just like, oh, you poor thing. And I'll
Okay.
like cup my hand around her hand, show her I have a knife, and I'm like, this is going to be quick. I'll make it as quick and painless as I can. Dog!
In
Dogs.
the assembly.
Lily just closes her eyes and starts whispering to herself. Felix is on stage now, right?
Yes.
Or yeah, like she starts whispering the Lord's Prayer and just eyes shut over and over again. So you
Make
do
a
what you're gonna do.
rouse check, Lily.
Success.
Hey.
Feel
Success.
the rumblings of a presence, and you squash it.
That would have been dope though to start bleeding again. I would have helped you. Like, fuck.
Damn it.
Damn.
You know what? I take it back. You suck. No,
I
no,
I'm focused. I am zoning in on my fucking I'm in another place right now.
Normally, Blood Walk takes 3 hours, but you are in the seat of kindred power in Salem City, under the light of a near full moon, and that's the bullshit I'm gonna peddle in order to speed this thing up.
I gave you
Whatever
so
works.
much blood.
We're doing
it
COVID
it-
podcast.
The rapid test.
Yes.
15 minutes or less.
Oh yes, you have
Yeah.
vampirism. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congrats. You need me to call someone for you, or?
Oh no, I think it's terminal.
2 to 3 lifetimes.
I believe you have to make some rolls for that.
I sure do.
God, don't fumble it. How embarrassing would that be? Hey,
no.
guys.
So, actually, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
My name's not
Yeah,
actually Eleanor.
it's-
It's Susan from.
Accounting.
Fortunately, the difficulty is the ritual level +1 for a success.
Okay.
What's the
Hey.
ritual level? What? Okay.
Oh,
That's
And
awesome.
I got 4.
Hell yeah.
That'd
I'll
agree.
do it.
Now is not the
I
time to choke.
Yeah, I know, right?
Freaking minor boon from the assembly? Shit, that's
Holy
good.
shit.
Yeah,
Since
it's
we're
roughly
all-
an hour. Actually.
Since we're. Oh, really? Because what I'm saying says 3 hours. Whatever. 1 hour. What do you
Time
get?
skip.
I learned the generation, the name, sire.
Alright. I honestly forget. I forgot what generation we gave Lily, so you can just tell me that one.
Yeah. The
12.
generation. Yeah, I think I'm 12.
I think we all decided, unless otherwise specified, we were all 12.
12, yeah.
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 As for the would you like the clan or the name first? Just kidding. I'm gonna give you the clan.
Yeah.
And in my head, it's like you're saying these things audibly as you find them out. Is that accurate?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
What's
no.
that?
What the fuck?
What just happened there?
What just happened?
Okay.
Hold on.
Whatever.
We're getting a reading on the blood right now, folks. Just hold on as we get
Technical difficulties.
yeah, technical
Fact check.
difficulties. The blood's
Yeah.
kind of
Fact
being
check.
difficult.
So Eleanor says,
Zamitzi.
you hear the Baron that has spoken to Felix. Oh my. And her eyes light up. More outrage. The vague laugh from Baron Wimpleton. And then finally,
Klaus Eberhardt.
you hear this ellipses. Who the hell is that? You,
I thought
a
exactly.
golden-haired man stands up. A Zamitzi this far north? It has to be the Black Hand, right? Don't be stupid, Idjit. The Black Hand's been in decline for decades. Learn that from your ivory
I lean over to
education.
Felix. What's
you?
a Zamitzi?
I've never met one.
What did you just say? You heard me, Cammy! And you hear from up in the rafters. The Baron in the red leather jacket. Find something funny, Sir Baron? To which Sir Baron Wimpleton responds, exceedingly. Have a sense of humor, Baron. Life's not worth living without it. You could hear the face the jacketed Baron makes in Wimpleton. And then Crane pipes up. I can't listen to this with the fledgling in the room. Box it up, Keeper. We'll take her to go. And you hear the other Baron in the jacket. What? I'll make a fine addition to my collection. A dying breed, such dragons make. Well, we don't know what any of this means. And besides, they've been promised to whoever these people are. Aren't we? Isn't the assembly in the business of keeping ourselves safe? The importance of keeping this girl, this asset, protected? I assure you, you'll be perfectly safe in my care. I've seen what becomes of your conquests, and I think we have two drastically different opinions as to what safe means. I'm not sure I like what you're implying. Then I said it right. Baron. From Baron Wimpleton. There is nothing more to argue about. I've already been promised. Unless, of course, you would like to give a good reason as to why they should not be kept together. Little group? None of this time, Sir Baron. Then I move to make a motion. Oh, that's exciting. I have not done that in years. A motion! And in the side, you hear the jacketed Baron look over to where you were once sitting, Felix, and go, "The Shadow One was with you, wasn't he, Lena?" "Yes, Baron." What a rare assortment we have tonight! Oh, 4 of the rarest kindred in Salem gathered in our assembly hall. Whew. I move to give Mr. Devereaux the opportunity to get to the bottom of all of this, along with our victim, and throw in the witch, and take Donovan. He needs more friends. Oh, and the group will need more muscle. Yes?
I second.
My Barony accepts. She glares over at Baron Corain, who in turn glares at you, Felix. Or it's not really a glare, it's... she's trying to read something. And then, if they are unable to find the culprit, then I guess you'd better clear off some shelf space. Very well. Excellent! Then I wish the Bad Blood What do you mean that name is taken? Ah, well, a new coterie emerges. Good luck, you 4. You hear a latch open from your metal bars, Lily. All of the kindred in the room seem to just look you up and down. And there is a sort of exodus from the chamber.
I carefully make my way out, almost kind of like an animal that's not quite sure, is the door gonna slam shut on her, or what the, like...
I'm gonna take off my jacket, my suit jacket, and sort of hold it out and sort of offer it to, cover her up a little bit more.
You see, she instinctively, flinches away from you, and then kind of realizing this...
softens up more than anyone who's even known him, probably seen him, and just... don't be afraid.
Yeah, don't worry about FedEx here. He looks scary, but he's a big ol' softie.
Come on.
Yeah, I follow if you lead.
Lena stops you when you start to make your way down the stairs, Felix. Baron Corain has powerful friends. She'll throw all of her resources at this investigation and you. She does not play fair. What makes you think you can do this?
Instinct.
Same, all of you. You do recognize Lily. while not a personal contact of yours, you're pretty sure this is the guidance counselor at one of the villages?
You see, I do a double take, and I kind of, I'm openly staring at her, you know, like gears turning, trying to be like, where have I seen you? Where have I seen you? Are you?
She touches her shoulder. She goes, oh. A hell of a night, Lily dear. You'll need your rest. And she looks back to you, Felix. Oh, you are Hector's child, or... I will help if you need me.
I may need it. I'm sorry if I embarrassed you at the assembly, but I mean, she's just a kid.
Kids die, Felix. I just hope you
Ooh,
haven't
trust
stepped
me,
into
I know.
something too deep. I will give my number to your driver. I would give it to you, but, you know.
Thank you.
And she tightens her jacket, and she starts off down the hallway.
Don't be a stranger.
She waves you away.
If I happen to catch Sir Baron leaving, I'm just gonna call out, "Thanks for the vote of confidence, boss. Always good to know you got my back."
And you hear the vague, which is oddly menacing in the middle of nowhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fucking.
As we're walking away, Eleanor is going to offer her hands to Lily if she wants to, like, hold hands for comfort.
You see she's not quite there, but then she stumbles a bit, and I think realizing, like, one of her heels is broken off. So she just kind of, like, lets you lead, 'cause she's kind of in a daze at the moment.
No shit.
Yeah.
How about we get out of this dungeon and we go find some more modern accommodations? Maybe get you some clothes, let you have a bath, well, whatever you need.
That sounds like the best idea you've ever had, FedEx. Let's get you out of here. Away from this. And, well,
We can take her to my shop. I'm sure Luna would make excellent company.
oh yeah, Luna's great. You're not allergic to cats, are you? Okay,
Doesn't matter.
good.
My dog!
Oh, that's true.
I need to go home!
You have a dog?
It's
Of a dog?
They said it's been 2 days? Oh my god!
Okay. We can make it stop.
We'll take the scenic route.
Yeah.
Right, well, just continue up here, and we'll
I'll
have a nice car ride, and should be nice and easy.
I'll follow you guys for the first stop, and then once we get the dog settled, I'll just meet you at the shop.
It sounds good.
Fantastic. You know, unless you're and I turned to Lily. Unless you'd like to take a ride on a motorcycle instead of a nice, safe car. Yeah, I didn't think so.
No, thank you.
Not for your first night. One day. One day, though. Not tonight.
I think she's had it rough enough as is.
I agree. But hey, you know, the night air feels good. I thought I'd at least offer. But I need to get a helmet for you first, so definitely not tonight.
Passenger helmet.
Exactly. All right, we're burning moonlight. Let's go.
So I think the plan is we're going to just find my driver. The rest of us will pile in there, and we'll, whatever address she gives us for her place, we'll go there first, take care of said dog, and then eventually, afterwards, meet back at the safe house, aka the shop.
Yep.
Getting in here is a rather difficult experience, but getting out is rather simple. You catch the glare of several other representatives, some that you remember, many others that you don't. All eyes are on this fresh coterie, I'm sorry to say.
Rising.
You climb your way out of the labyrinth. You find your way over to Felix's car, which is like an SUV, which is a large SUV. You're relatively comfortable in. The driver is once again well trained, and does not interface with any of you at all.
We approach, we're outside getting fresh air for the first time since fucking... Lily like takes a moment and as we approach, then she's... My stuff, my phone, my keys. Well, I don't have anything.
It's okay. We'll figure it out. One
won't be
step
able
at
to-
a time.
I won't be able to get into my apartment.
I can take care
That's
of
what
that. if
Donovan
need
is
be.
for.
We'll figure it out, I promise.
Okay.
The drive through Salem City is long. It's difficult to kind of evaluate the change that has occurred in this past 24 hours. But Lily lives in Lowview, I believe. A place that most people don't really visit, particularly tourists. It's known for high crime, low cost of living, and the general ignorance of the upper crust. Everything old is here. Everything forgotten is here. Your apartment still stands, barely. You're pretty sure a strong wind could probably knock the whole damn building over. Held up by plywood, the landlord's special, and rent that is somehow also too high.
Yet the most affordable. Getting there, being home. Lily starts, like, as soon as she gets out of the car, she's like, as fast as her freaking 1.5 heels can take her, starts hobbling to, like, get inside, go up the stairs. Can't use the elevator because it's been out of service since she's been here, probably for years. Until she gets to the door, and then she realizes she doesn't have her fucking key.
Donovan,
Donovan.
do that voodoo that you do so well.
Yeah, I guess I just want to try and like pick the lock, I guess. Sure, I got a safety. It's called a paperclip on me.
I'm happy to larceny.
If not, Eleanor can hand you a bobby pin.
Yeah.
Oh, that works too. Same like dexterity and maybe subterfuge?
I'm pretty sure there's a thing that's not subterfuge, but I'll give you dexterity and subterfuge because I don't know what else.
Isn't larceny?
I mean, you could do larceny, I guess.
I don't know what larceny means. I'm dumb.
It's
It-
like
Cry.
theft.
Oh,
Theft,
okay, yeah,
theft.
do that.
Okay.
Larceny
Okay,
equals
1 second.
being naughty.
Big noddy.
2 successes.
The actual apartment itself, it cannot be understated the disrepair that it is in. It is a miracle you were able to get up to this floor without it collapsing under you. You picked the lock, but you sense that there wasn't much to pick. Probably a strong hand probably could have busted through this door.
I was gonna say.
I was trying not to break anything.
No, you didn't, but you get the sense that it could.
Like, that would have been easier.
Yeah, not a good lock.
Eleanor is gonna be like, the broke college student life. I don't miss it.
Me neither.
I never got to have it, so apparently I'm not missing much.
No.
All right, let's find Fido.
As soon as Donovan gets the door open, Lily like gets in. Ollie, Oliver.
I'm gonna activate Feral Whispers.
Okay. You hear the scratching of paws on hardwood or linoleum. The little dog Oliver appears before you.
Lily
Excited to
just
see you.
collapses. I just collapse on the floor.
You
And,
get closer, and he retracts a little bit.
Yeah, he's probably gonna do that. It's hold on, I can fix it. Hey, and Donovan's gonna kneel down, and since I've activated Feral Whispers, I passed my rouse check. Simple communication, just talking to him, doesn't require a dice pool or anything. I'll let you decide if I'm trying to I'm not really trying to persuade him or anything. I'm just letting him know, hey buddy, it's okay.
Bad man.
Bad
man.
No, I'm a friend. It's okay. I know. You remember your mom though, right? Remember your mom? I'm a friend of your mom's.
Bad mom.
Very new. No, buddy. She's okay. She's okay. I know. It's probably. She probably smells different, huh?
Does not smell like mom. Smells like bad.
It's not, buddy. I promise.
Ollie.
She's a little different.
In order to
Ollie,
persuade
baby.
them
Your mom.
otherwise, you will need to make the roll.
Okay. So persuading to perform a service. Hold on. Where'd it go?
I think it's charisma.
It's manipulation. Persuading an animal to
yeah.
perform a service requires a manipulation and animalism roll.
Animal.
And the difficulty depends on the task required.
This is gonna be.
Do
Let's
you have any
say.
treats for the dog?
I'm gonna say 3. Being
3, okay.
generous.
That is at least. I at least get to roll that many dice.
Lily on the floor watching her dog react
4,
this way.
5
That's
successes.
what she needed to just break her.
I got a
5,
crit.
thank God. Because you're looking and Lily you thought I looked pathetic before. Watching her dog pretty much reject her, she's done. She's fucking, that's what she needed.
Shit,
Yeah.
breaking
Oliver's-
my heart over here.
Ears pull back, but he still looks to you, Donovan. How do you know?
It's hard to explain. But something happened to your mom, and she's a little different now. But she's still your mom. She came all the way. We were very far away, and she had to make sure that we came all the way back to make sure that you were okay. She needed to come back and make sure that you were still here and that you were still okay, and she wanted to make sure you had food.
Mom was gone for a while.
I bet. And I bet it was really scary.
He shuffles up to Lily a little, still hesitant.
That's a good boy.
Lee. It's me. I'm so sorry to be so long to get here.
He
Something bad
sits.
happened. And she looks to Donovan. Are you talking to him?
Mm-hmm. It's one of the things I can do.
Like talk to him, or just
Yeah.
I'll hear you
Do you
hungry.
have any of his treats lying around?
Yeah, no. He's starving here,
Okay.
and I just go and start getting like his food and whatever, and get
And I'm gonna
treats.
go to Oliver. I'm like, hey, it's Oliver, right? That's your name?
That's what Mom calls me.
Would a treat help?
He perks up.
Yeah. Would a treat
mean-
help? Oh, okay. What about 2? Would 2 treats help?
No. His tail starts wagging aggressively.
Huh, okay. We got a hardcore negotiator here. All right. Okay. 3 treats. Final offer.
Don't know how many that is, but that sounds like more.
It's a pretty big number.
Fine.
Okay.
But I count them.
Okay.
I can hear
what
Donovan's
was the
side
treats?
of things. Yeah, I could hear Donovan's side of things, I assume, and so
Yeah.
I hand him the treats because I'm now scared to scare my own dog, and she's trying not to break down in front of everyone again.
All right, buddy, here you go. And I'm just going to take out a handful of treats. There's probably going to be like 4 or 5 in my hand.
1.
No, that's not how this works.
I count.
Fine. I don't know, like I will grab like 2 more out of the bag and drop them on the ground.
He takes them and he is satisfied.
Okay. And I'm going to take another one and I'm going to give it to Lily.
And I kneel down again, sit on the ground, trying not to spook him.
He reaches
Okay, that's
out
more-
as distantly as he
That's
can
more
with his
than
muzzle
3.
and just uses his tongue to grab it with as much distance as possible.
See, there you go. Not so bad.
I guess.
I hold my hand out to try, like, for him to sniff again. Moldy, it's me. Please.
He puts his muzzle in your hand.
To be fair, you probably don't smell like yourself. I say, like, from the doorway, like, just watching all
Yeah,
that
Eleanor
happen.
didn't go into the apartment.
And then just
'Cause
be
she's
like, if you want, we can wait. If you want to shower and change, whatever you need. Maybe he'll smell what you normally smell like and come around more. I'm not sure.
Why would I smell different just from where I've been? What is going
I
on?
mean,
What
it's not my favorite
happened?
place to hang out. I don't love it being in the
Alright.
stickiest part of the city either. How much? Look to Donovan. How much does she know about it?
None.
All right.
Oh,
I didn't know
boy.
how I wasn't sure how much I should have told her. I wasn't really sure what the meeting was about. Honestly, I thought they were going to tell her a lot more than they did. And so she knows she doesn't even know what she is.
Right.
Okay. So when we go back to my shop, I'd recommend you take a shower, change your clothes, bring some pajamas and a toothbrush. Because you're probably going to want to spend the night in my shop, because I can guarantee your apartment you're going to be in for a very bad time if you try to sleep in your apartment right now.
Yeah.
I will
can't-
explain
Or
everything to the best of my ability. Just for now, clean yourself up. We'll take care of your dog, and we'll go from there. Okay?
or if you don't want to sleep in her spooky shop, I get it. I think it's cool, but some people find it spooky. But if you don't, I have a place nearby, and I was just there a couple nights ago, so I can't sleep there for another few days. So it's
Why can't I?
It's a-
Why can't I sleep
it's
here?
it's a specifically me thing.
You know, but why can't I sleep here? Why is someone gonna come after me? Or
No.
You
No.
sort of have a very open layout, and I feel like there's a little bit more daylight that's going to come in here than we would normally.
You'll be in
like.
for a very rude awakening in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A very painful one.
Let's just say
Like I
you're
said,
on the
I will
night
explain
shift
more.
now, and you're going to want to sleep probably during the daytime a little bit, just because I'm sure you're so exhausted. So I would we'll clean ourselves up. We'll get back to Eleanor's place. We'll have a little powwow, and we'll tell you everything. You know, it's like Donovan said. We weren't sure what we were allowed to say, but they didn't give us any restrictions, so we will be an open book.
you all part of this cult or something? What is going on?
It'd be easier if
of.
it was a cult.
Sort of.
Yeah. There are
But-
cults.
I
Not
can't.
really.
I'm not leaving
Oh, there
Ollie.
are, for sure.
I'm not leaving Ollie again. I
Okay,
can't-
You think-
okay.
Do you think Luna would mind having a dog around?
Or again, I got a place nearby, and it's just me, so
Would you be okay with Donovan dog sitting for a little while?
He seems
what
to
I meant that
trust
they
you
can
more.
both stay there. Because, like I said, I can't stay at that particular place for another couple of days. So it is a place she can go to rest, and it'll be safe.
Probably shouldn't leave her alone on the first night.
I'm going to look at her cross, her
Okay.
necklace, and then just sort of. Do you go to church? Right. Who do you? Who is
St. Catherine's.
interesting? Me too. I know Father Patrick. Yes. And I'm sure he wouldn't mind, having a little companion at the rectory if not for a little while. We can always go by there, we'll at least be on safe grounds, right? You won't have to leave him somewhere empty or spooky or somewhere where he's not going to get attention. At least for now, and then once we sort out what we need to sort out, we'll
Does he know
stop
what's-
by him.
Does he know what happened? Does he know what's going on? Can he?
I would not bet on it. And in fact, I think if we take a stop by the cathedral, it'd probably be better if I went in and sort of told him about what's going on and keep it as plain and close as we can.
Like, you're moving or something.
Yeah. Or maybe, I don't know, it wouldn't be a horribly inaccurate story to say that this place is condemned. and that you need to go somewhere else, like Donovan said. So, you just need someone to take care of Pooch for a couple days. All right, and I'll walk in and I'll grab the, whatever the big like bag of food is, and grab one of the like stainless steel like dog bowls. All right, Donnie, if there's anything else, go grab the treats if you don't mind. We'll put them in the back of the car and I'll take them. Does he have a crate?
Yeah, and I go and the small, it's in the corner. It has his blankets and stuff in there, and I go and I grab a leash.
Don, if you have any more voodoo left, would you inform our little companion
yeah.
we're going on a little trip, and that we're not
Absolutely.
trying to do anything harmful?
Yeah. Roger that. All right. Hey, Oliver, buddy. Oh, I never told you my name. I'm so sorry, buddy. My name's Donovan. Okay?
Hi.
So like I said, I'm a friend of your mom's. So, how would you like to go for a little car ride?
What's a car?
You never... Oh, okay. You're gonna have a real fun time, bud. So, we need to go take a little trip, okay? Because it's not safe here.
With
For
the
you or your
bad
mom.
ones? Looking over to
He's-
Felix and Eleanor.
He's gone on a bus when I've had to take him to the vet.
Okay. Okay. So you know what a bus is. You've been on a bus before, right? Gone to the doctor? Gone to the vet?
I don't want to go to the doctor.
No, you're not. You're not. It's like a car is like a smaller bus. And you can stick your head out the window.
Do you like windows?
So we're gonna go take a little trip. And you are gonna stay with another friend for a couple of days, okay?
Okay.
He's
This
met Father
I promise
Patrick
this one smells a lot nicer than we
once.
do.
He knows Father Patrick. He's met him a couple times.
Okay.
His ears perk up.
Yes. You're gonna go stay with him for a little bit. Does that sound okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good. All right, so we're gonna gather up all your stuff, and you're gonna go get to ride in the car with your mom, and then you're gonna go stay with Father Patrick for a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Here, how about another treat? And I toss him.
I'm going to come back into the apartment, find the bathroom, and take some towels to line the seats of my very expensive vehicle with.
Yeah.
Fucking valid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get Oliver's stuff together, his favorite toys and everything to, get in his crate and have everything. And I hand Donovan the leash because...
All right, bud. You know how this goes.
He
Put it
is
on
somewhat well trained in this regard. He's used to the apparatuses that you're about to put on top of him. It's rather easy process.
We take a lot
Okay.
of walks.
Oh, I bet.
All right. Well,
Woof.
let's grab anything you might need for a few days, I imagine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
something to keep fresh, and we'll have everything else that you need.
Okay. And I just go and I get my duffel bag and I start packing some stuff and just trying to... Again, you kind of say she is going into days where it's like, focus on this task. Just kind of go through the motions. I'm in a familiar space.
Mm-hmm.
And
As we're like all kind of leaving and she's getting her last looks in, I'm just gonna kind of lean over to Eleanor and be like, "There's not like a spell that's like a sedative or something, right? Like,
have some things back in my shop that could potentially help.
Yes, this isn't going to be pleasant.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready.
First night is the rough one.
Yep. I told her at least that much. That she was gonna learn a lot, and almost none of it was gonna be fun to hear.
Oh, good. Expectations have been dealt with.
Yeah, I tried.
So we
Hey,
will. I will
yeah.
inform the driver that we're making a stop at the cathedral. We're going around to the back where the rectory is, where the priest and the deacons hang out, and I'm gonna try to go find Father Patrick in the evening here, and just let him know what's going on.
It is rather late
In so
in
many
the night.
words.
Yeah. It's rather late in the night. You will be waking people up. Is that okay? Or rather, Father Patrick is rather used to preaching at late night masses. You might be awake. You might be good.
If we caught him on a Sunday, then yeah.
Yeah, if we got him on a Sunday.
You.
The story we're going with is just that, Lily's apartment has been condemned, and she's trying to find a new place to live. And while we're doing that, we just wanted Oliver to, have a place to stay that's neutral while we're apartment hunting, because she's
Of a
just
stable
couch
place.
crashing. She's
Yeah,
just couch
it was a
crashing right now.
very sudden evacuate the apartment. Let's go,
Anything else you'd like to do at the apartment?
I would probably just, again, pack for a couple days and, I don't know, go into the bathroom and see, first time I'm seeing my reflection and stuff and trying not to have a fucking
Oh my.
another panic, seeing how much fucking blood is actually on me, and I might have take a moment and stand there at the sink and try not to break down.
You take in. Sorry?
No, go ahead.
You take in the apartment. It's not much, but it at least was yours. Every scrap of linoleum, every piece of terrible paint was yours. And you're worried about when you will see it next.
So having the mindset of that, I get my duffel bag, I get my school backpack, I check and see if my laptop's still there, my really crappy one that I saved a lot of money for this fucking laptop, and it's still one of the cheaper brands to get.
All of your things are still here. Your apartment does not seem to have been broken into in the time that you were gone.
Yeah, just the shit I had on me at the time. So, yeah. Pack everything I need there. Toiletries, all that stuff. I'll probably try and wash my face a bit so I don't look completely, but I'm still completely. There's no... Yeah. Until I could take a full shower. She just wants to try and get a little bit washed, but just get the important stuff.
What is next? Is next the rectory?
I think we're going to try to swing by there, have our tearful goodbyes with our sweet little boy. And then...
With the bestest boy.
He's such a boy. And then on to El Shoppy.
So, the rectory is on the other side of the city. This is not a brief drive. So you have a lot of time to think amongst yourselves.
Well, how about this? Knowing that, how about this? I'd ask this of the group. How about we get dropped off at Eleanor's, and we'll have Lily in her handwriting write a note to Father Patrick about just noodling the whole idea of my apartment was screwed up, but I had this Uber say that they were willing to drop off Ollie, and I'll just send my driver to drop off Ollie in the guise that like he's been Ubered, too, and that you know.
I
And then-
wouldn't. I need to make sure that Oliver is actually.
that might look kind of suspicious.
I wouldn't do that. I
Well-
can't leave him alone again.
All right, well, we're in for a long haul. Off we go.
The drive, as I said, it's not brief. It takes you some time to get to where you need to go, but your driver, king that he is, manages to get you there in under an hour, which is pretty impressive if you're crossing what's basically New York.
That's why he
You
makes
get
the big
outside
bucks.
of the rectory, and there are some people awake, like in the general area, people that you know live there. And you see Father Patrick dressed down, but he still has his collar on. Still in pretty decent clothes. Taking a walk, reading a book that is strangely and hilariously not the Bible. Simply
And
enjoy.
Lily's staying in the car because she still does look like a fucking wreck. And
Yeah. With that said, I'll have the driver help me gather this stuff, and we won't bring Ollie out just until the last minute, but I'll have him sort of get the stuff together while we're parked, and then I'll approach Father Patrick. Father, hey, sorry, I know it's late, but may I have a word?
Young Felix. I remember you from Mass. How are you, my child?
I'm quite good. Listen, another one of the parishioners, I don't know if you know Lillian, sort of young lady, short brown hair.
Oh, yes. Very faithful young lady, yes.
She was telling me that she had problems with her apartment, and that they found mold and asbestos and all sorts of things, and they're basically going to try to tear it all down and redo it. But in the meantime, we're looking for some temporary places. But since we had to sort of get out of there really quick, she's going to stay with a friend and sort of do that. But we wanted some place that we could take her dog Ollie, if you remember the little scrap.
Yes.
And wouldn't mind if you wouldn't mind, be a mutual friend at least, taking care of him.
I wouldn't. I know there are some shelters, if that's what you're asking for, around.
It would only be for a few nights until we're secure. If you would be so kind, you, or maybe if one of the deacons or anyone else has room.
You're going to need. So this is a hard one. Because either you are manipulating him, or you are charming him. Which is it?
That's a good question. I mean, maybe charming, because I guess I only lied about the circumstances of why Lily has to go. So
I'm gonna give it do charisma or manipulation, I don't care which, and add persuasion.
So
Max, you're early. We're not at Eleanor's shop yet.
No, you're cute. God.
The floof. The void floof.
He is here.
3 successes.
Why not? We'd love to have him around. Well, I can't lie on that one.
Too kind, Father. And then I'll have I'll have the driver to come and bring all the shit and just sort of show him where to go to kind of put it, and like.
Oh dear. You see like the amount of stuff going with the dog, and Patrick's like, "Oh fuck, what did I do?"
Like I
And
said,
when Ollie leaves the car, I'm just gonna. This is only for a few days. I'll be back, baby. I know he can't really understand me, but I'm trying to
regard you.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
Oh.
I guess I can be the one to bring Ollie out.
You do so. You get one last look at your dog. He doesn't seem to recognize you.
Goodbye,
Blood
buddy. It's only
tears.
for a couple days. Only a couple days, bud. A couple days.
Patrick! Ollie like bounds after him. Father Patrick goes, "Whoa!" And the dog like stops itself from jumping, but does the tippy taps.
Switch up.
And Father Patrick seems very happy about it. Like, I can't be mad at you. And he rubs his ears.
Yeah. Lily really appreciates his father, so thank you.
It's my pleasure. She's been very good to us in the church, and that's the least we can do.
Well, God bless you, Father.
God bless.
And then I'll just sort of signal to the driver, "Let's get the hell out of here." Then,
you hear Father Patrick just like in passing, just like, "All right, let's how are we going to feed you?" "Oh, dog food. To the car."
Yeah. And then once everything is secure, we'll speed off towards Elders.
Speed demon!
Going back the other direction.
Or I'm a speed demon. On my bike.
Lily's just gonna be quiet in the car, just like looking out the window, not making eye contact, and blood tears.
Eleanor will hand her a little handkerchief that she has.
Thank you. Something's wrong with me.
This
Keeps happening. I need to go to the doctor.
No, it's unfortunately going to be your new.
To be a bad dream, right?
I wish I could say it was.
Don't worry. We'll get it all sorted out, I promise. Step on it, please.
Driver nods, and you take off. Once again, in less than an
Are
hour.
we racing?
King that he is.
He gets the nos on.
He gets you back to the Raven's Quill in the Bowery. It is a alternative kind of shop with spiritual goods. Eleanor, if you'd like to describe it, you may.
It is a quaint, spooky shop filled with all kinds of witchy goods and occult items.
We pull up, and if we're heading inside, Lily stops, takes in the store. Probably at that, Sue steps in and sees it and just but follows you in, but you see she's very uncomfortable in this space.
Uncozy.
Don't worry.
All right.
Most of this shit up front is made in China anyway. The real good shit's in the back.
Open my little back door. You're like, come on in. And you will probably be greeted by Luna, a little black
Reactivating
cat.
feral whispers. Because that only lasts for one scene.
This
And I
one
get hungrier, but
will be friendlier. Oh,
Luna, like, rubs up against your leg. Little black cat.
Luna, how's my best girl?
Meow.
God
Yow.
That scans.
Yeah, that tracks.
Aren't you pretty?
You're gonna have a new friend.
I don't really need more of those.
I know, but she's been through it tonight. Think you can play nice?
Pet me, slave. And she presents her
Ugh,
chin.
you're such a slave driver. And I give her just all of the scritches.
Don't touch me.
That's such a fucking cat. Oh my god.
And
Well,
the
yes,
Oscar
that's
good,
because
too.
Julian is a cat.
Oh, that explains a lot.
he's been meowing
yeah.
enough lately.
Meow? Meow?
Every other sentence.
Hold on, meow.
Hold on, meow.
Hold me out there. Let's yeah.
Any
Help me
mew.
out.
There we go.
Me, God damn it.
Hear me out.
Yeah. So we'll find the cute, cozy, spooky love seat that she has in the back that people sit on and sort of sit her down and
Yeah.
All right.
and be like,
It's not the
"Okay."
ritual room, so
So-
you're good.
Yeah, it's
It's not. It's not.
Yeah, no.
I'm
living
getting
space.
further.
Yeah, it's the living space, so it's cozy.
It's like her cozy living room area.
All right, kid.
Um,
I'm gonna leave this up to you. Do you want us to ease you into it, or do you just want to rip the band-aid off?
No, I just want to know what's going on.
I
Ripping
don't
the
think-
band-aid off it is.
I don't think there's a good way to do it otherwise.
So, basically, you're dead. I'm sure while you were alive, you'd seen, like, horror movies about, like, vampires and stuff. That is you now.
You're
Except
joking.
we don't call ourselves vampires. Apparently, that's a bad word.
This is some really, really sick joke.
Oh, I wish it was. Ha.
Check your pulse.
Yeah. Check
Right
your
here.
pulse. Feel a heartbeat? You won't feel one, I promise. If you don't believe, check any of ours. And I, like, literally hold out my wrist, like, to her for her to check, if she wants.
Donovan, has she had anything to eat?
She had a blood bag, like, right before we got up on stage.
That was blood.
Yep.
I
I didn't want to freak you out more than you already were, so that's why I told you to think of it as shitty, off-brand, like, Capri Sun.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
I know, it's a
See,
lot.
that's the fun
I know.
part. You can't.
Eh.
Yes, there are some sensations that are sort of phantom living, but you see, there's really no other sort of way around it. You're not completely dead, or sort of undead in a way, but not zombies or wolfmen or any of that shit. This is,
Well, the fucking werewolves exist. And they hurt. Stay away from them.
yeah, well, don't worry about them. They
You leave them alone, they'll leave you alone.
yeah.
Found that out the hard way.
The point is, you were under duress d- when one takes a mortal and makes them immortal, it is called an embrace, where you are brought into the fold as one of the kindred of us. We don't like to use the V word very often, at least amongst the hoity-toity types that were yelling down from the rafters at your little trial thing. But it's more or less what it is. And we've been operating in secret for millennia. As long as there's been Abel, so has Cain. And we are his children in a way. Spiritually.
No.
I think there's.
In a way. In a sort of way.
I,
But we're not all crazy. I mean, I was embraced probably 10 years ago now.
Storyteller, what time of year is it? Summer, fall, winter?
Oh,
Roughly what month are we in? I'm trying to gauge how close I am to
I
reaching
know.
5
October.
years. Great.
Some of them are very old, very old. Not very many of us look it, and probably won't. But you're not any less who you are up here. But it's rather like getting a kind of a prognosis from a doctor, I guess. You just have to change some lifestyle habits and you'll be fine.
Yep.
That being said, you don't really have to worry about much. You obviously can hurt, you can bleed, but the most important thing is to remain in secret. Because if word gets out that we live, it would probably be a nasty bit of business. So we like to keep up what is known as the Masquerade. We all have our day lives, quote unquote, but rest assured you do not want to go out during the day if you can help it. There's legends of those who can, those who cling to life more than some of the rest of us, but I wouldn't advise it. If you're familiar with the literature or the films or any of that, it's pretty much what you think it is.
oh, so you're saying this whole time there's just vampires living everywhere?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
This whole time.
Yeah.
It's
And the Masquerade is the reason. But remember how I was like, I don't know what I'm allowed to tell you, what I can and can't say. The Masquerade is the reason why.
And you're
There's a
telling me-
there's a very high % chance that you know a few vampires without knowing that you know them. So
That woman you were talking to, she works at my school.
I bet she works the night shift, doesn't she?
Oh my god. You guys aren't joking.
Nope.
You're serious.
Nope. Yep.
We each, to
Y-
our sort of breed, our clan, we have our ways. What I did at our assembly was something that I can do with my clan. What Eleanor was able to deduce from you with magic, which does exist.
oh yeah, magic is a thing as well.
It's something she can do. And Donovan is just a sharp dresser. That's sort of his thing. No, I'm just playing.
Well, it's one of my many talents. But talking to animals is a thing I can do. And it kind of just depends on your clan, which I've never heard of hers, by the way, and I look at Eleanor.
We were
Yeah, that
talking
one's-
about-
What the fuck is a Zamitsi?
What are clans? What is
There's
everyone's
different
talking
types.
about?
There's different types
Yeah.
of vampires with their own unique traits and abilities. There's
Yeah,
the
think of
general
it as,
rules
like-
that
can't all
every
do the same
vampire
thing.
deals with, but depending on your clan will give you unique abilities that normal humans do not have.
Like making things dark and performing witchcraft with blood and talking to animals.
Yep.
Mhm.
And we'll discover what yours are, because I'm not very familiar with them either, but we'll figure it out. The charge that we were giving when we sort of took you in is to find out what happened, because to embrace one alone is not necessarily a crime, but en masse,
Yeah,
that's a problem.
I mean, wait, don't you need, like, hold on. I thought literally, like, the biggest no-no was embracing somebody. Unless you got, like, special permission.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the permission part is what gives you a little bit of leeway, but I doubt that someone would
masse.
sanction at least 84 out of
Yeah, no, there's no way
233.
That's
there's no way.
that's what
That's not heard of.
That's what happened that night.
Apparently so. You are actually a survivor of this. Unfortunately, you're left here, and I'm sure it's not very pleasant, but
I thought I was dead. I watched someone get killed in front of me, and then it was pain and dark, and then I woke up in that cell, and I thought I was in hell, and I'm still debating that right now. If this is some kind of sick purgatory.
I
Wait,
can't
so
be
you,
entirely
like, you
sure.
just kind of blacked out, and then the next thing you remember is waking up in the cell?
I mean, I remember the concert. I remember people started falling down, and then I heard people screaming, and then it got louder, and then
Lily,
this guy.
you remember as well, in being pressed, a woman with a headband and a bowl cut who knocked you out. Something she did. Hard to say.
And I didn't know if I got a glimpse of her when I was on stage, because I couldn't see anyone. I was just hearing voices when we left the stage. I don't think I saw her.
You might
Unless
have
she was
gotten
talking.
a glimpse because she did speak once.
Okay. And I'm kind of reciting kind of what happened, and guy, you look crazy, and then the
I'm pointing to
woman with the
Eleanor.
that woman with the headband. She's the one that I thought she killed me.
You identified a Klaus Eberhardt.
Klaus Everhart. She's not the
Yeah.
one that killed you.
Or definitely didn't sire you, which is what we call the people who embrace us into kindredship.
I don't know what
So-
Klaus. I don't know who that is.
Klaus.
Most people don't know who their sire is.
I don't know who my true one is. I have sort of a surrogate.
Oh, I do, but trust that's a different story for a different day.
Normally, it's not a very healthy relationship to know the person who brought you into vampirism. So,
I will say, though, you are far more in control than most fledglings? That's
Fledglings,
what
yes.
we're called, right? All right. Than most fledglings on, like, their first or second night.
And then I'm just gonna get real, kind of close and kneel down and just, like try to take her hand and just be like, you're safe. You're safe now. But listen, how hungry have you been in the last 24 hours that you can remember?
Pretty hungry. I felt a little better after Donovan told me to drink that bag of... But it's still... I feel like I haven't eaten in days.
Well, unfortunately, I don't think you're gonna have much of a taste for anything else. I can see if I have a stick of gum to try, but I don't think you'd like it. And I know your body wouldn't. So, as hungry as you feel, yeah,
Can I
I'm
have
sure
one?
you need something savory.
Can I have one?
Sure. Check my pocket because I'm sure my driver had some in the car, and I was like, okay. It's spearmint.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
And I chew it.
It tastes like ash dripping
Actually,
in motor oil.
Actually, it shouldn't.
Oh,
Actually,
you're Humanity
DM,
7.
it shouldn't. No, actually, I spent. I have a merit.
Oh.
Made sure to spend money on a merit called literally eat food. You can consume food without effort and might even enjoy it, though it gives no nourishment and must be expelled before resting for the day.
Wonderful. It
Wonderful.
Tastes distant.
It tastes like a stale spearmint.
Like there is a flavor there, but not one you can grasp.
It kind of just tastes like bad gum.
I look
So
at
see,
Eleanor like,
so see, there
I'm
must
impressed.
be there can't. See, I just need to eat something and I'll feel better. And
Maybe this is one of our meaty traits. I don't know. This is new to me.
It might be a trait unique to her.
Well, just know that there's a complicated political kind of system in place with all of the different vampire clans, and
Yep.
not that you need to know too much about it, but for the most part, we stay out of each other's way.
that's
There's not really infighting in terms of physical infighting, more so than just sort of power grabs. And if you're not within that world super deep, you don't have to worry about any of the rest of us. The best part about being embraced is I know that I don't have to watch out for a vampire. But then again, I guess I didn't really think to worry about that before.
if you hadn't said anything, they were gonna kill me.
Yeah,
Maybe.
Probably. Yeah. That whole trial meeting thing really could have gone way worse. I am
Yeah.
surprised.
But we, the three of us, with you, aren't going to let that happen. Because we're all relatively young at this, too. Relatively. But,
Speak for yourself.
Why?
Well, actually, no. You are speaking for... I'm speaking for me. I'm the young one. You two are old as fuck.
well, that's why I preface it with relative. Anywho.
Why would you do that? Everyone in there was hostile, and why
Yeah,
you
that's
don't-
the pretty
Because-
typical...
Because when that voice comes in to your head, it wants to take the last part of you that's you away from you. And I don't want that to happen.
that
Not
was
to me,
the-
not to anybody.
that was real. That
Oh, yeah, the beast? Yeah, that's a real fun
Oh.
side effect.
the
Yeah.
beast. You're
So...
That's what gives you your
How do we explain
supernatural
it?
powers.
Yeah.
Like,
It's also what drives your hunger.
so I have a parasite in me.
Hmm.
Yes and no.
Alter ego?
Yeah, that's
Urge.
probably the better
Ego.
word for it. Yeah.
Yeah, an urge,
But
if you will.
the real fun part is that hunger it's never going to go away. You will always feel partially hungry. Now, as the night goes on, that might increase. So you need to feed somewhat regularly to keep it down.
You do not
Or
have to take
bad things happen.
lives,
No.
by the way.
In fact, it is very looked down upon if you do.
Foreboding.
You're talking about
To get blood, to sustain your hunger, you do not have to take a life.
you're really talking about vampires.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, there's easy ways. Maybe some. I know some of us do like getting blood bags. We could go to the butcher shop if we need to. Some people like to eat and like drink blood from animals. Some people like to find it in other characteristic ways. But it's sort of how you are and who you are.
Unfortunately, that is the only way you will ever find any sort of satiation, is with blood. You may not
It
have
will only get
immediately
harder
reacted
if you
negatively to the
refuse.
gum, but it will not sustain you.
Which I have swallowed after, the certain conversation.
But it's
I,
best not to ignore it. Because
Oh, that
you
is
will
when
choose to
it-
eat, or it will choose to eat for you. So it's best to be out in front of it.
And I don't mean to freak you out any more than you already will, or than you already are, but it if your beast is pushed that far, it will take control. And it is not fun. And depending on the situation, can get very out of hand, very fast, eventually even break the masquerade.
We call it the beast for a reason.
Because that's all you become. A feral beast whose only intent in the moment is to survive. Be it survive from starving, survive an attack, fire, what have you.
These are all ifs.
But that's
Don't-
ifs.
Ifs.
Again, best not to let it get to that point. You can stop it, or at least to a certain extent prevent it.
But I think
There are consequences if you don't.
Yeah. And other than that, just for your own personal comfort, I think any of the normal tropes you may be familiar with of Nosferatu are probably, which is a type of vampire, by the way. But I think any try to avoid the sun.
Yes, that's why I told you not to stay at your apartment. We do spontaneously combust in sunlight.
Um,
I,
all
I-
that other stuff is kind of horse hockey. I mean, I don't know if I've ever been repelled by garlic or not, but I mean, just
No.
well, and a stake through the heart would kill anything. So just try not to avoid being impaled. But other than that, I mean, you'll be very surprised what you can spring back from.
and you can
You
go
know.
to church.
I don't
Yeah.
erupt
He
into
does.
flames. I don't erupt into flames
Yeah.
when I
He's
go.
better than I am. Go on the high holy days.
It's the thing about sort of immortality is all the cosmic questions are just that much further away. So I don't know any more about any afterlife from any mortal than anyone else does. I haven't seen it. So I can't be sure, and while I still walk, I'm reminded of previous oaths I may have made.
I believe in angels and demons, so why am I so surprised to hear this is like some book I read or a mash of some movies? Are you telling
It's
me
a
like
little reality shattering.
Dracula
Yeah.
and
Yep.
Yep.
you're no.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Wait, like the fictional character or the actual
I mean, the
historical.
book is kind of just for fun, but like Vlad the Impaler was real. I mean, but
Like he was, or like I mean, I know he was a real person.
I'll never tell. um,
Because
but
he was there.
oh hush, I'm not that old.
Okay.
But
Interview with the Vampire, Twilight. Like there's a lot of like what
Not
the people.
Twilight.
You said you said that some people may be able to stand in the sun. Is it like that or?
No, they don't sparkle. Kindred does
No,
sparkle.
They
that
do
would
for
be a
one split
major
second.
violation.
They do it for
Yeah.
one split second, and then they just erupt. It's
Yeah, embers. Embers.
yeah. But I mean, there are ways that we intermingle in society because we're not any worse or better than anyone else. We're just different. So,
It's just
but this is just our lot. And now I somehow have stayed in business for long as I have, while not making any daytime encounters with anyone. Eleanor does really well with her shop as well.
I have a shop that I run. I have employees as well.
Yes, the final bitch about all this is that we still have to pay taxes. But other than that, I mean,
You can still live your life. It's just got a supernatural edge to it.
Yeah.
you'll want to go to late night showings of films instead of matinees.
Yeah.
But hey, Midnight Mass is a lot easier to sit through now. Because you're already awake.
What day is it? DM, do we want to say that the party was like, or the concert was like on a Friday? Because then it would be like Saturday, Sunday.
That'd make more sense. It is,
So-
because you saw Father Patrick outside of Mass hours, a Monday. We'll say the concert was on Saturday.
Okay.
Cool.
Sounds
Cool.
good.
Monday.
What day is it again?
Monday.
Yeah.
And I can't go out in the sun, otherwise I'm going to die, even though I'm...
You won't age. You won't die from sickness.
Yes. You'll look like that young forever.
Eternal youth.
Although both a blessing and a curse if you ask me.
Depending on how young you look.
We'll be able to sort of figure out what your skills may be and hone them. And in the meantime, I think we all four work together to figure out what might have happened at that concert, why anything happened the way it did, because any breaks in your story here would be very helpful. But I think for tonight, we just keep you comfortable and, make sure that you can eventually sleep.
We'll give you a nice place to sleep that will be safe. And I'm sure Luna could keep you company if you need it.
And we're not monsters. We have a Wi-Fi password in here we can get you set up on.
I do have Wi-Fi, yes.
I'm gonna need that because I need to send some. I'm gonna have to drop out of my classes. I was a no-show today. Thank God my grandma doesn't know I went to that concert because she would think I'm dead.
Alright.
Oh my God, I have to. What am I gonna do?
For now, clean yourself up. I do have a shower if you want to take a nice long shower. Change into something comfortable. I'm going to offer you a snack.
Okay.
It is up to you if you wish to consume it. Because I know this is a lot,
Okay.
but I don't want you losing control.
When everything you're saying is true, which either this is a really, really messed up psychological thing or I don't, if what you're saying is true, I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to hurt anyone.
Okay. Hold on. Deep breaths. Again, theoretically. You go take your shower.
Oh my God, I
Get
can't
cleaned
breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe.
Yeah, that's the point. That's the point. You don't need to.
You don't need to.
See, look.
Oh.
Okay, hey, what? Hey.
Hug the cat.
Yeah, Luna.
Meow.
She takes her pay in scritches, by the way.
Damn.
So
Under the chin.
I'm fully focused on the cat right now because not breathing, because it's just something you don't think about. It's just something your body does. Physically not breathing and realizing I'm fine. That was the holy fuck, this is not okay.
Yeah.
She could kind of be like, oh, I'm not catching my pulse. I'm really freaked out. This is, this is okay. No, yeah. So she's focusing on the cat right now.
Yeah. Eleanor, I'm gonna go and grab some blood that I have and pour it into a nice little wine glass for her.
Do you store blood?
I imagine I would for ritual purposes.
That is a fair one.
I'll
give you a small blood supply.
Like a
little cooler, like a little. You have a little, just like a little mini fridge of just a few
you have a
things.
little cooler that you take to like a fucking tailgate.
Yeah,
I mean, I would imagine you couldn't have a lot because it goes bad real fucking quick. So thank you for letting me tap into that supply.
Just pour it into a wine glass so that way it's a little less holy shit for her, you know?
I kind of take it from
Which
you and I hold
Eleanor
it.
does have fancy, pretty gothic wine glasses.
Where did you get this?
A blood supply. It was donated. Willingly.
Alright, hold on 1 second. Okay.
Blood, please.
I drink it, but I have to spend 2 points of willpower in order to do so.
Blood bank.
Oh shit.
But I do drink it.
Another point of hunger That is the equivalent of a blood bag.
If a vampire can look a little less peaky, maybe. Maybe.
Where are you in your hunger right now? Just curious.
2.
Okay. We're getting her there.
Mhm.
Earlier in the night, she was at 4, so like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As Donovan saw, shit gets fun when I hit 4. Yeah, what? I'm so happy you
What
got
the
to.
fuck?
You got that was a perfect introduction of you walking into that. That was
What the
great.
fuck is happening?
Maybe we can get a smoothie maker and just put some in tap and get a little icy.
Oh God.
Salty icy? You don't want blood icy? Okay.
No!
Tasty
That
coagulation.
sounds like a crappy metal band in your hometown or something. No,
It's like-
presenting blood icy.
Oh God, it's like
no.
God. What is that? It's like when you add something. What is the thing that makes milk curdle right away? You know, you just like heat it up right.
no.
Alcohol.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Citric
That.
acid, yeah. Let's get her some place to sort of go Betty by when she's ready, and then let her do her everything bath.
I need a fucking bath. I need to. Haha. Feel human.
The everything shower.
Ha.
There is a nice bath setup and shower in Eleanor's place. Where will Lily be staying?
I'm pretty sure I do have a guest room. I don't remember.
I don't remember a guest room, but if you wanted one, I would be happy with you having one.
Yeah, because I know I have the shop in the front and essentially the house in the back and like up.
Yeah. I think you could have like a connecting guest room.
Yeah, because I have my ritual room, my basement.
I think she should sleep in the basement.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, like I'm
No, we
I'm
can-
not traumatized
Good
enough by fucking get.
We can make a guest room work. Maybe that's where like I crash when I gotta lay low,
No.
but I can't go to
Um,
my haven.
Yeah, I got it nice and cozy. It's a nice, cozy guest room, and I'm gonna go and grab some of my candles and like oil stuff that I have.
Oh, you're gonna.
Hell
Oh, that's so
yeah.
sweet.
This will help with your anxiety.
Yeah, I
She's
I
a
don't
plant
know.
witch.
Yeah, I don't know how
Yeah,
much time
oh,
left
great.
is in the night, but Lily's gonna take a good long shower bath.
Yeah,
She's
Eleanor's
she's a
probably gonna like set the guest room up all nice for you, like a hotel almost.
turn down service.
Yeah.
I know.
There's a little blood
There's-
chocolate on the pillow.
There's still a few hours left in the night. You had time to do a few things before calling it in. Is there
Yeah,
anything
if
else
you
you
got-
like to do or discuss?
Yeah, if you guys want to do anything while Lily's gonna go upstairs and clean herself off and have some me time. Not fun me time.
was about to say, is that
Existential
what we're
me
calling it?
time. Existential me time. Shower and then
okay,
in the
yeah,
bath
sure.
and not going under the water and not breathing and trying to think of what the fuck is going on.
Me time.
Yeah. So if you guys want to do anything when I'm out for at least an hour,
Having a
floor
crisis.
is yours.
Having a crisis.
I'd probably just try to talk with the other two. Just be like, all right, so what the shit? Like, what do we like about the case?
Why are you looking at me? What the fuck?
Like, have you heard of anything like that before? That's
A mass embrace.
no.
in recent history, at least. I mean, I've read about them in the Dark Ages, but but I mean, come on.
That's when the Inquisition happened.
The what? Excuse me?
Yeah, vampire hunters.
Donovan, I'll need to bring you some books. We need to get you to school in so many words.
Yeah, back in the day, the reason the
No.
Masquerade exists. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's okay. No, that makes sense. Okay, I didn't know it was called the Inquisition, but that makes sense.
Anywho, I think when she's in a better state of mind, just probe as gently as we can into her memory. You know,
Yeah.
whether just by normal psychological means or if there's any magic that needs to be created or used for this. And
If I could go to where this happened, I might be able to glean some info.
That place is probably swarming with cops still.
Yeah,
been-
that's the only downside.
2 days since the
Yeah.
incident. It's probably still a crime scene.
Oh yeah, no, I can guarantee you, Salem PD is all over that shit right now.
Yeah.
I guess to be fair though, when we do, maybe tomorrow, but I think whenever we do make our appearance, you know, if we go at 2 a.m, I'm sure they have a skeleton crew. You know, if we want to be clandestine about it, but
I would hate to pull her for this, but I can maybe see if I can talk to my contact and see if she's gonna be there on
okay.
one night, or if she can tell me when shit gets lessened.
Alright.
But I don't know. I gotta spin it a certain way, and I don't know how to do that yet.
Yeah. For now, I think she needs time to adjust.
Yeah.
Give her a break.
Yeah, let's
Again,
make sure she's
way
in
more
a state of
controlled
mind.
than what I think is the typical. Way more controlled than I was when I awoke from my embrace. That's for damn sure.
She could have been a lot worse off.
Well, that's our
Yeah.
next line of questioning. The main inquiry here is what happened at the concert, but I think the next thing that would do right by us and by her more so is to find out what she's capable of.
Yeah.
Now we need to visit any contacts we might have for any research that we might need to do to find out.
I know Zenitsi are capable of some pretty horrific things.
Define horrific.
Like ugly, horrific, Nosferatu horrific, or
Fleshy
violent?
creatures.
I'm sorry?
Yeah. They
Like,
can make flesh puppets and such.
that's a thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we certainly don't want
Like,
that to
hold
happen.
up, like, out of, like, actual, like, people, like, they could do that just, like, one of us, or, like, do they gotta be, like, dead again?
I think they just use humans.
Like
Corpses.
ghouls, but worse.
Like, they could just walk up to just some random-ass person and cast a spell. Boom, you're a flesh puppet now.
I don't know the exact semantics about it. I just know of it. But they're capable of some pretty
That's
horrific
fucking
things.
That's fucking terrifying, and I hate it.
Well,
Not all of them. That's just the one that I know of.
well, let's do our best to make sure we stay friends. You know, while we're all here. You know. So,
Yeah. Note to self: do not piss the kid off. All right, good to know.
A third particular thing that may be helpful, I don't know if it will or not, is we'll have to discuss with her if she wants to die on the record, or if somehow she can continue. I mean, that was my choice. I was able to make an escape.
All right.
So I don't know if it would be more convenient or less convenient for her to disappear officially. Um, so,
It makes some things easier, but makes other things more difficult. So
true.
It's only difficult for a few years.
Yeah, well, we usually have about a 10-year shelf life before questions start getting asked. And unfortunately for the ladies here, that is typically comes faster than what kind of line of questioning we might get. You know, if she's going to be, what is she, 19, 20, something like that? If she's going to be that young for so long,
Yeah.
about 10 years from now, we're going to start getting some eyebrows raised, which on a cosmic scale is not very far away. So, but like I said, bridges to be crossed when we get there. But we'll frame everything, at least in my mind, we should frame everything in a place where we're sure she's comfortable first, and then go through what is, I'm sure, the craziest line of questioning she'll ever receive.
Yeah.
yeah.
She's probably having an existential crisis as we speak.
Under the water.
Meanwhile, in the shower.
In the yeah. Standing. Yeah. Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
turkey in
Red.
the rain,
The blood is just yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, fuck. To be fair, which of us didn't?
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So,
I mean, I don't know if you guys' memory goes back that far. But if you can remember what it was like when you were embraced, I imagine.
I'd rather not.
Yeah.
It's not a pleasant evening. But let's, keep these things in mind going forward, but let's make sure she can sort of guide the pace when she's comfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm sure we'll have to take questions from any of the people in power, the Camarilla. So, or if and when those questions come out. But hey, this is new ground for everyone. So.
Oh, well, I'm gonna go get some salts.
Tonight, is there anything else you wish to do?
I'll stick around for a little bit if Lily decides she has more questions. But
I think Lily's gonna once she gets physically, better and into clean clothes and to room, she'll come down after, a bit. Looking less disheveled. Actually, just now instead of a really, but now she looks just like a really sad college girl.
So a normal college student.
Yeah.
So just a college
With-
student.
Yeah. The dead eyes. So yeah,
The dead
just normal.
1,000-yard stare.
Yeah, just
Felix.
normal.
College student.
Felix has Irish goodbye when no one was looking. He just went out and got in his car and went back to his place so he could go get to bed before sunrise.
Mm-hmm.
Then, sorry, did you want to have the interaction or no?
No, just she just would want to thank Eleanor and stuff, and how does one go to sleep?
It's just normal. You just lay down and pass out.
The night comes to an end.
Oh, I will say, I
No?
hand her the salts and I'm like, sniff these.
Do a fucking line.
She just looks at Donovan with horror.
Hannah, get some of them.
They
salts.
have
That wasn't in
anxiety.
character. That
Oh,
was not in
okay.
character. That was
I mean,
Silas
I
taking
would-
shit.
I would believe it though, and
I
I
would
mean,
100%
That's
thought
fair.
it was.
it
No,
kind
it
of.
wasn't. That was Silas being a shit, not Donovan.
Is that I don't
They're just little, like, lavender aroma things.
drinking. Okay, I was gonna say
Just
I
give them a
don't.
little sniff, they'll help with the nerves. They're supposed to help calm.
Tentative sniff.
It smells wonderful. Relaxing, even, if such a thing exists anymore.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna get high off of this, am I?
No. No.
Okay.
You'd have to try really hard.
Oh, yeah. We don't.
And
we
you'd
don't
probably have
really
to
get-
do like a boatload before you even.
Yeah, now you have extremely high constitution.
Okay. Thank you.
And that is tape number 1. In my investigation, I have still so many questions. Who is Klaus Eberhardt? Why that girl? And how far does this all go? Like I said, you've heard this all before. Almost. The Twilight Assembly, Klaus Eberhardt. Merely the first cracks in a wall. You and I have seen too much to think this is the end. And if you're seeing this, it means you're a part of this too. I warned you. But they never listen.